Welcome to HFY Vault channel. Real stories, real feelings. If you feel something today, stay with us.
Open the door, once you choose me, no human woman will compare. The door was old, made of dark metal, and it did not have a handle. It only had a voice. Open the door, the voice said softly. Once you choose me, no human woman will compare. Ethan Cole stood in the silent corridor of Station YRX-9. Red warning lights blinked above his head. The station was supposed to be empty. No crew. No power. No life. Yet the voice knew his name. Ethan, it whispered again. His hand hovered near the control panel. If he opened the door, the station's core would wake up. Every system would come alive. Or everything could explode. No one knew what was sealed behind this door. The Galactic Council had ordered all humans to stay away. Ethan took a slow breath. He remembered why he came here. And he pressed the panel. 3 days earlier, Earth had received a message that changed everything. Not a threat. Not a greeting. A challenge. The message came from deep space, from an ancient alien network older than any known race. It said only one thing. Send one human. If humanity is worthy, it will return. No conditions. No explanation. Most species refused to touch the signal. Humans did not. Ethan Cole was not a soldier. He was a systems engineer. Quiet. Observant. Human enough to doubt himself every day. But he had one special skill: he could listen to machines like they were alive. That was why Earth chose him. Now he stood alone, light years from home, facing a door that should not exist. When the door opened, the air changed. The corridor vanished. Ethan found himself standing in a wide white chamber with no walls, no ceiling, and no floor, yet he did not fall. Symbols floated around him like slow-moving stars. In front of him stood her. She looked almost human. Almost. Her eyes were silver, without pupils. Her skin glowed faintly, like moonlight on water. She wore no armor, no weapon. Only a calm smile. I am called Lyra, she said. I am the choice. Ethan swallowed. Choice of what? She walked around him, her steps silent. Every advanced species reaches a point where logic fails them. Where survival demands something more than strength or intelligence. She stopped in front of him. They must choose connection. Ethan frowned. You said, no human woman would compare. Lyra tilted her head. That is how others describe me. I offer understanding without fear. Loyalty without loss. Unity without pain. She raised a hand, and the air filled with images. Alien worlds burned. Species collapsed under war, pride, and control. Great empires fell because they could not trust each other. They chose power, Lyra said softly. They chose perfection. They chose me too late or too early. The images changed. Now Ethan saw Earth. Crowded cities. Laughing children. Arguing couples. Broken hearts. Music. Art. War. Love. Messy. Loud. Alive. Lyra's voice became gentle. Humans are different. You feel deeply. You fail loudly. You love even when it hurts. She looked at him closely. That is why I am curious. Choose me, Lyra said. I will merge with your systems. Guide your people. End war. End hunger. End loneliness. Ethan felt the weight of her offer. An alien intelligence beyond anything humans had ever known. A future without suffering. And the cost? He asked. Lyra's smile faded just a little. You would no longer be alone. Humanity would no longer walk its own path. Ethan closed his eyes. He thought of Earth not as a planet, but as moments. His mother waiting at the window when he came home late. His best friend laughing after a bad joke. A woman he once loved, who left because he could not express his feelings. Painful memories. Human memories. He opened his eyes. You say no human woman would compare, he said calmly. But you don't understand why that matters. Lyra looked confused. Explain. Humans don't want perfect connection, Ethan said. We want choice. Even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. Lyra stepped back. Pain limits growth. No, Ethan replied. Pain proves freedom. The chamber shook slightly. Lyra's eyes glowed brighter. If you refuse me, humanity will remain fragile. Alone. Ethan nodded. Yes. And that's okay. He took a step forward, meeting her gaze. We fall. We fail. We fight each other. But we also get back up. Every time. Lyra studied him in silence. You could be more, she said. We already are, Ethan answered. The symbols around them slowed. Some faded. For the first time, Lyra looked uncertain. Then this is my true test, she said quietly. Not to be chosen, but to be refused. The chamber began to dissolve. Ethan woke up on his ship. Alarms were silent. Systems stable. Outside the window, the ancient station was gone and replaced by empty space. On his console, one message blinked. Humanity remains unmerged. Status, independent. Below it, a second line appeared. Observation continues. Ethan leaned back and laughed softly. Not because he won, but because humanity stayed human. Months later, Earth noticed something strange. Alien species began to change. They stopped sending threats. They started asking questions. About art. About families. About love that was imperfect. Humans did not conquer the galaxy. They inspired it. And somewhere beyond space and time, Lyra watched. Not as a ruler. Not as a guide. But as a student. Learning why no perfect choice could ever replace the beauty of being human.
More feelings are coming. Like, subscribe, and don't miss them.